how tying your shoelace can teach you about lean wastes. Stay with me to find out. Hey guys, I'm Daniel Navarro and welcome to Leandership channel. In our last video, we talked about the importance of the presence, proximity and availability of the leadership with the team. Our video today will cover two more wastes that Lean seeks to combat: overprocessing and motion, as well as some ways to attack them. First, let's think about vacations. I believe that the vast majority of people like to travel, right? Let's imagine a vacation trip. You and your family want to enjoy the winter in the Serras Gaúchas in the southern part of Brazil, enjoy the cold weather and also escape from the stress from the big city like São Paulo, for example, and take the opportunity to visit some wineries. How does that sound? For traveling that far, you decide to take a flight, flying from São Paulo to Brasília and then from Brasília to Porto Alegre, where you're going to rent a car and drive to Serras Gaúchas. In this case, you took over 4 hours just flying, when you could have moved much less with a direct flight around 1.5 hours. In addition to the extra movements, the time spent on this displacement, and also the walks within the airport to change aircraft, all of these motions are waste of vacation, aren't they? In the industrial environment, the same can happen if your layout and workplace and your process are not properly thought. In addition to these moves, consider the effort to pick components in such a messy place like that, and tools in locations that are far away from the point of use. Motion, which does not add any value to the product, gets even worse, and as more distance are covered, more time is spent and ergonomic risks can be generated. Now, to illustrate the case of overprocessing, let's consider the activity of tying the shoelace. In principle, the purpose of tying the shoelace is just to ensure that the shoe does not come off your foot. And as a control, it is interesting that the loop does not drag on the floor to ensure that person does not trip or damage the shoelace. Now, a very perfectionist person will probably take much longer for the shoelace to be exactly symmetrical, with the same length. In industry, we can illustrate this waste when, for example, a product has a customer specified tolerance in tenths of a millimeter, and the control process and the process is done in thousands of a millimeter. In this case, both the process and the control instrument, being more accurate, cost more and take longer to make the process and also to execute the measuring. However, the customer does not require and pay for that, right? Now, in order to avoid these wastes, we can carefully assess customer requirements and process repeatability. Study the flow and layout of process and workplace to avoid unnecessary movements. Ensuring 5S, which definitely improves the organization and consequently helps to avoid components and tools to be far away from the point of use. Using suitable measuring instruments and means to produce with the quality that the customer expects and pays for. Performing an ergonomic analysis helps also to minimize the excessive movement and also the stress caused by it. A casing team can definitely help to identify and to tackle those wastes and improve then your process. I believe that these two wastes have become clearer, and now you can see in your process, in your routine, where these wastes are happening and how also to eliminate or improve them. Don't forget to subscribe here, hit the like button and follow Leandership on social media. Next week I'll be back with more Leandership content for you. See you soon.